Hello, welcome, beautiful love light. I'm Jamie. I'm a certified Reiki master and self proclaimed spiritual maestro because in meditation, it became clear to me that I am a conductor of the energetics that exist all around us all the time. And so I caught a vision of, the person standing at the front of the symphony, conducting the symphony. And really that was what felt right and true for me as far as what I do as a Reiki master. And for those of you who might not know, Reiki is simply life force energy. It was started by Mikao Usui. I think I'm saying that right. And it's a Japanese form of relaxation that promotes healing. And I send Reiki energy to my online space every day, but I come in live in that space on what I call Tune In Tuesday. So if receiving Reiki on an ongoing basis is something that feels or resonates with you, feels right or resonates with you, please contact me. You can comment right here in YouTube, or you can visit my online space. It's theharmonic.us and check it out. And then there's also a subscription group where I send Reiki every day, but I go in live every Tuesday. I do card pulls and share energy, like the energetic information that I'm getting. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, come on over and join me. Otherwise, I'm going to pop in here every so often. So if you want to get alerts of when I go live or put up videos, hit the subscribe button. If you get value from this, hit the like button, or move along. whatever works for you. So welcome to my channel. I am new to all of this, being in the social media sphere and putting out content. And currently what I am digging and kind of seeking to go deeper into is what I titled this, and that's the Galactic calendar, this multi-dimensional experience of time. So this is something that was introduced to me from another YouTube channel, which is Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. I encourage you to check her out if you haven't. She's awesome. I love her anyway. And yeah, so I've just kind of been I got the calendar last year and just kind of slowly started to play with it, learn about it. And for some reason this year, it's really resonating with me. And so I am nowhere near an expert in this. However, I'm learning about it, and what better way to create content on YouTube, but to share what I'm learning as I'm learning it. And then I also want to let you know sort of how I'm interpreting it and experiencing it on my own. So this year, the Galactic calendar of time begins on July 26th of every year. So from July 26th this year to July 25th of next year, that's how we flow through this galactic calendar. There's also a day out of time, which is generally the 25th, which is very interesting to me. Again, still learning all about this stuff. But this year we have we're cycling into our third, is called a tone of creation. So we have these lunar cycles. It's all based around time and mathematics, and it has this ratio of 13 to 20. So there's 13 tones of creation, and then there's 20 solar tribes. There's also a way for you to figure out your own galactic signature. And if that's something that you're interested in knowing, again, comment and I will link you to a way to do that. It's pretty simple. You can find it online, but it's pretty cool to know your tribe that you're a part of. So today is the very last day of the Lunar Moon of Challenge. So the second tone of creation is lunar, and they have it all broken down in here. And I'm going to read these. Because again, I'm learning, so I don't have it memorized. I don't know. I'm still kind of experiencing it and just kind of allowing the energy to flow and take it wherever it leads me, which is here right now. So this was absolutely a inspired action that I just took. And yes, I'm nervous and scared and all the things, but I'm doing it anyway. And that's what I hope to showcase and give each one of you permission to do. It's okay to be scared. Don't let that stop you from living your life and doing the things that you feel on your heart called to do. So I'm not going to do it perfectly. So if you want a perfectly polished channel, my channel is not for you. I'm just going to be me, and I'm going to share what I'm learning in the ways that I'm learning it. And if that vibes with you, awesome. Again, hit the subscribe button. I would love to connect with you. If you have a channel, let's initiate a relationship. Because again, I'm just getting started. I'm not young, but I'm just getting started, and I'm excited about it. So if you're excited, yay. All right, so I'm going to read this. Tone 2 is the lunar tone. And there's 3 key words that are associated with that. It's polarize, stabilize, and challenge. And you're going to hear those 3 words as I read through this. So all antagonisms are complementary. From one comes two. Opposing forces work together, counterbalancing each other in a field of stability. Black and white, night and day, good and evil, work and play, up and down, yin and yang. The yin and yang, the beauty of relationship, represents the essential dance of two. Everything defines and is defined by its polar opposite. I mean, how true is that, right? Like, you cannot know what hot is if you've never experienced cold, and vice versa. You really don't know what cold is until you've experienced hot. So and when you're when you're in between those two, like, it's just comfortable, right? Like, you don't really experience either one, and they are on the same spectrum. So yeah. All right, I just got. We are described and highlighted by what we are not. It is said, quote, if the valley filled up, the mountains would disappear, end quote. Tone 2 helps us to see that it is light which creates shadow. That winter and summer are but 2 products of one force experienced from contrasting positions. Night and day are forces of the one earth as it revolves. Polarized states we encounter in daily life can serve as extremes which challenge us. So that's where that lunar moon of challenge comes into play. And again, we're on the last day of that lunar cycle. The moon, keeper of lunar lunacy, reminds us that as we can only see one side of her, so too might we be restricted to only one side of a perceptual equation. How many of you does that ring true for? Right? Like, we can only view things from our own perspective. Yeah, we can do our best to try and understand things from another's perspective, pretend and put ourselves in someone else's shoes and seek to like walk that out. But the reality is we still have our own perceptual lenses. We view it from our own unique space in this world. And that's true of all of us. Like, we live in this delusion that other people understand us. And the reality is all we really need to do is understand ourselves. And as each one of us begins to understand ourselves, I really feel like we will all sort of begin to understand one another. It's this like weird paradox, right? But seriously, like, we only see one side of the moon, y'all. That I've known that, like, it's so funny to me how you can like know things like, we only see one side of the moon. No shit, Sherlock. But do you really stop and think about that? Like, we only ever see one side of the moon, yet we're spinning and rotating and wobbling and twisting on, like, really? That's just so bizarre. And again, it's why I think that this controversy of round earth and flat earth has sprung up, right? Like, and people think that's crazy. What do you mean the earth is flat? That's crazy. Okay, sure. Isn't it also crazy to think of the fact that we're round, spinning and hurling through space, wobbling and tilting on an axis and spinning around? Like, how is that not crazy? Like, they're both crazy. So why don't we just explore it all until we've really like figured it out, if that's even remotely possible? And maybe it is. I like the mystery. I like staying open to possibility. So anyway, we only see one side of the moon ever. That just really hit me today. I got to find out where I was reading. I love that. The moon, keeper of lunar lunacy, right? When the full moon gets, like, that's why it's lunar and lunatic, right? When it's a full moon, we all go a little crazy. Although we're not coming into the full moon. We're actually coming into the new moon next Sunday. So if we overlook the inherent unity that opposing forces are born of, polarity is experienced as duality. It's just 11:11 on my timer. Caught my eye. Welcome to my world. Duality, the destructive illusion of separation. Because remember, they're all the same thing. They're just polar. They're the polar sides of the same spectrum. So duality, the destructive illusion of separation, denies that counterbalances exist to serve each other. And that word's going to flow into this next month. Service, the electric moon of service. So this counterbalance exists to serve each other, because y'all, we are one. There is no separation. That's a complete illusion. Challenges that appear as hardship or struggle, when seen from another perspective, can bear the blessings of opportunity. That's something I'm big on. Like, we get to choose how we see the quote unquote negative or bad things that happen to us in life. We can attach that like negative, low vibration, stuck in the muck idea when quote unquote bad things happen, or we can recognize that it's actually here to serve us and to help us bloom and grow into who we're meant to be, if we would just allow ourselves to struggle and know that we're strong enough to get to the other side. And it's totally within our power. And it's all in how we choose to tell ourselves stories about it. These are all things that I discuss on the harmonic.us and within the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble. It's creating this space of speaking into existence what you want, not continuing to focus on what you don't want. So that we can spin into the earth, like we can help each other create the earth that we want to see, instead of allowing the powers that be to continue to create this messed up patriarchal structure that we are all. I really believe that the vast majority of us really want it to crumble, and it is, whether it's happening, I don't think there's any way to stop it at this point, but it's how do you want to flow through that process as it crumbles? Do you want to enjoy it? Do you want to have fun and find yourself in joy and bliss? Or do you want to be angry at everybody and pointing fingers and it's everybody else's fault? Or do you want to take back your own power and recognize that everything is within your power? It's super exciting. And that's what I speak to often. And it rubs people the wrong way. So it's okay if this channel isn't for you. That's okay. I love you anyway. Go shine, beautiful love light. Do your thing, because we need that polarization. It's necessary in this world, at least for a little bit longer. So, challenges that appear as hardship or struggle, when seen from another perspective, can bear the blessings of opportunity. Tone 2, which is the lunar tone, encourages. Stabilize challenge by receiving opposition as a catalyst to generate holistic awareness. Embrace challenges as stimulating soul growth. I love that. And okay, so now I want to talk about how I've experienced this last month. So this last lunar month of challenge has been really interesting because I mean, maybe you hear something and you just latch onto it and you remember it forever. I don't. I kind of like flow in and out of consciousness with things that I learn and I spiral back around to them. And I mean, I've been coming back to it frequently because I track this as often as possible. Again, I want to do it daily. I am not there yet, just like you. Hopefully, I'm a work in progress as well, just on the journey of life, enjoying it to the best of my ability while recognizing that I still get pissed off about things and I still, end up sad and I go through the entire gamut of emotions just like everyone else. I just am more in a space of where when I'm in those, more like slowed down oscillations, I allow space to go in and learn the lessons that I need to learn so that I can grow and continue to be of service to all of you to the best of my ability and to myself and to my family. So this last month, it's been really interesting. I have really like thrust myself into the space of being very polarizing. And I did it on purpose. And maybe there was a part of me that on like some unconscious level connected it to this, like as I was learning about the lunar month of challenge, but it wasn't conscious. Like I didn't do it on purpose. Like it just sort of started to naturally evolve where I really was like shining the spotlight on all of these things that I see as inconsistencies that exist within our world. So again, sort of like this notion that people are all mad that flat earth is cropping up. Like they get mad about that. Like, how dare you threaten my belief and understanding of the world as it is? Like, really? Like, can we step back and just see how like unbelievably arrogant that is? Nope. It's established. I'm right. We're right. Y'all are wrong. Like maybe I'm open to that. I personally believe that we're a round spinning globe. But I'm open to the idea that might not be truth. I don't know. And I'm willing to admit that I don't freaking know. Flat Earth has yet to make any solid arguments that I'm like, that makes like round Earth makes more sense to me. So again, but I'm open and I'm willing to explore it. And some people just shut it down, which I guess I shouldn't have an issue with, because if I'm open, I got to be okay with people being closed, because that is polarity right then and there. So cheers to all of the flat earthers and to all of the people that are mad about flat earth as being something that's on the table right now. I love it. I think anything's possible. We live in this mystical, magical world where we're constantly learning new things. So be open to the fact that maybe an idea hit the table that really isn't correct. Or maybe it's a combination of the two. What if we oscillate between being round and being flat, like inflated and deflated? I mean, I don't know. I just made that up. But that's what, like, we don't know. And it's funny that people act like we know that it's round. And again, maybe there are satellites out in space. Again, I think that there are actually pictures of space and whatever. Like, I believe that. But the reality is, like, why do I believe that? I don't know. Maybe because I want to. So all of these things all I'm saying is it's okay. It's okay to question. In this space, in my world, it is okay to question. So anyway, I have really jumped into this space of polarization, of challenging, if you will, the ideas that exist within our world, much like I'm doing right now. Like, it's comical to me that people sit in this space of like, the world is round. We've known it for thousands of years. Have we? I mean, I'm with you. I'm in your camp. I think the earth is round. I believe all of that. But really, that's what I was brought up to believe. But I'm open to the notion that maybe there's some indiscrepancies or things that we should dig deeper into and seek to better understand. Anyway, sorry, y'all. So I have really experienced personally in my own personal life this like pull to really be this polarizing force, which is so bizarre because I am a recovering people pleaser. And so it's really interesting that I have dove headfirst into this space of, I am no longer just going to try to like make you comfortable. Like, nope, we as a society need to get very, very uncomfortable if we're really going to bring the New Earth experience that in my heart mind I see being constructed. Like, we have to wrestle and struggle with these ideas if we're ever going to get to where I think the world is heading, and to do it in a healthy fashion that's supportive of our bodily systems and our heart mind and like all of the pieces that make us human and who we are, so that we can like vibrate through the rising of the frequency of our planet in a healthier fashion. So that's where I'm at. So now tomorrow, and the reason why I'm doing this video, because I was like, I really should get this information out there before the month hits, because then people can tap into it throughout the entire month so that they can learn about it too. So we're rolling into tone 3, which is the electric tone. The 3 key words are activate, bond, and service. And so as I read this paragraph, those 3 keywords are going to pop up. So it's activate, bond, and service. And it is this next month. So from September 20th to October 17th, the lunar month cycle that we're in this galactic calendar, a multidimensional experience of time, is the electric moon of service. So I'm excited about that, because I really want to gain clarity of just about like, what is the service that I seek to bring to humanity, to be of like highest service for people. And if there are things that you want to know about within the like anything spiritual, so I love, I'm not an expert in any of these things, but like the Mayan galactic calendar, I'm into that. I'm into astrology. I'm into tarot and oracle cards. I'm into anything spiritual, energetic. I'm into crystals, and I'm a Reiki master. So of course I'm into chakras and our meridians and energetic healing. And I'm also seeking to get sound healing certified, so that just everything vibrational and energy and esoteric, it's my jam. Like, I love dark shadows and light and bright. Like, I love the juxtaposition of those two, and I'm not afraid of people's darkness, and of course I love people's light. Like, I do. I think that's the Leo in me. And I have my moon and rising signs are both Leo. And it's that very like fiery, like bright, out there on stage, like light is how I view Leo. It's just this brightness. But I'm also, my sun sign is Cancer, which is why I love the moon. So the moon is my ruling celestial body for my sun sign, and the sun is the ruling celestial body for my moon sign. So there's also this lot of like polarity within my own blueprint of what makes me me. All right. So I'm going to read tone 3, which is the electric tone of creation. Service is love made visible. Tone 3 represents the sacred Trinity in all of its manifestations. The energy of 3 moves us beyond polarity, ushering in the electrifying current of activation. Anyone else want some activation? Activate. Instead of the give and take of 2, we access the dynamic exchange which 3 makes possible. Energy is now capable of bonding. So there's that second word, activate, bond. Allowing for an expanded dimension of structure and creational possibilities to emerge. I'm going to read that again. Energy is now capable of bonding, allowing for an expanded dimension of structure and creational possibilities to emerge. This new dimension awakens creative currents, inspiring circulation, variability, and fresh potential for alignments. An activated being is alive with their sense of mission, setting their truths in motion. accepting the opportunity to be of service. We bridge energetically with other beings in the light of collective goals. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just opening up the opportunity with this channel to bridge with other beautiful love lights, just like you. On a large or small scale, offering one's self in service. Willingness to jump in when needed and assist the surrounding circumstances is a simple yet highly spiritual act. Nothing that we do is ever too small, y'all. Nothing. Acting on behalf of others, as well as the biosphere and future generations, we access a virtue of selflessness. The greatest acts of service are in recognition that those we help are in no way separate from ourselves, that in some way we are merely one aspect of creation assisting another aspect of creation. And really, it's all within us, right? That going back to that perception, like we view the world through our own like perceptive lenses. So I'm going to read that again. In some way, we are merely one aspect of creation assisting another aspect of creation, all of which exists within ourselves, is my little add-on. In active service to life, the path of Dharma is just your life's purpose. So to read it another way, the path of your life's purpose fills our days with meaningful work, which may or may not ever have rewards outside of the tasks themselves. May we rise to meet the blessing of participating in this great work, the endless work of love. So that is what we are spinning into. I'm super excited to explore the notion of this electric moon of service and how that is going to manifest itself in my energetic world and life and what I bring. I've been wanting to get clearer and clearer on my message and how I can help the collective through this ascension process. So I'm really excited for this next month. And so I guess I just kind of want to leave this video asking you, like, what is coming up for you? What do you feel like you're going to cycle into this next lunar cycle? And what service do you want to bring in service to the consciousness of love and like unconditional love, like real love, not love that's been perverted in the way that people see it, but really like love is about being okay with the good and the bad and still standing in that space of, nope, I'm here for you. You don't have to perform for me. I take care of me so that you can take care of you. And together we are stronger together, loving each other through all the good and all of the bad, because both exist. And really, truly, how we perceive it is all the stories that we tell ourselves. And as we can strengthen and build up our own inner power and strength, the healthier and better we are to be in true, unconditional, loving service of each other. That is what I want to bring into the world. That's what I'm seeking to create. If that's something that resonates with you, that you're on board for, that you want to be a part of, please subscribe to this channel. Again, I'm so new. I think I have 6 subscribers right now, but you got to start somewhere. So if this has vibed with you, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, help me to get seen more. And then if it also moves you to do so, come into my free group, theharmonic.us. I should put that in the description. I'll add it to the description if I can figure that out. If I can figure out how to add it, I will. But yeah, theharmonic.us. And then if you want to join the subscription group to get Reiki every day, but where I come in live tomorrow I'll be live doing a Reiki session tomorrow. It's Tune In Tuesday, and it's a monthly subscription of $19.99. You can pay for the year in advance also if you want to, but come into that space too if you feel like you would benefit from receiving Reiki on an everyday ongoing basis, and then to come into that space and I share the tarot card that I pull. I share like energetic messages that have been downloading into my mental heart sphere with y'all. And then of course I send Reiki for your highest benefit and good. That energy is way freaking more intelligent than I am, and it gives you exactly what you need within that space. So if that sounds like something you would vibe with as well, come on over to theharmonic.us. Mwah. I love you, beautiful love light. Have an awesome day and go shine.